Hey babes, my name is China. If you're new here, welcome. This is Boho Babe Readings. Today I'm going to get you guys a message from the divine. I already cleansed the energy and prayed over the cards, so we're going to get right into it, okay? Today I was feeling like a little vibe check, right? So sometimes when I do readings, I already know what I want to talk about, what's being brought up. But for this time, I was just getting like, we're going to go with the flow, and that may be prominent to the message as well, of just going with the flow and allowing answers to show up to you when you're supposed to receive them. Okay, so what's the vibe? Spirit, what is the vibe of the message that we are delivering today? Antisocial came out in today. So with antisocial, we had in your feelings, silent treatment left out. With today, we had good vibes now in the moment. Then we had isolation come out. Talk about freaking confirmation. Distance come out. Oh, you guys can't see that, can you? Well, this card says distance. And then apology. And sorry about the lighting, y'all. I'm trying a new setup. I'm trying to see if I like it. So you might not see the cards, but just rock with me, okay? So we had today come out, we had antisocial, we had isolation, we had distance, and apology. What I'm picking up on is you are separating yourself from a timeline that no longer serves you, and it's starting right now, today, in this exact very moment when you are watching this message. There's something that you've done in the recent past to align yourself with a higher timeline, and it's creating so much distance from your past timeline. You may have been getting little nudges to not go out with certain people, or to say no to certain social events or things that you may normally partake in. And right now I'm getting that it's not just something that you want to do, it is something that is divinely orchestrated, right? So also we have the apology that came out as well. When you start to realize things that are like no longer serving you and start to step towards the path of alignment, and then the people around you realize like they can see your elevation, they start to do anything. It's almost like begging and pleading just to keep your energy where it is, right? So right now you're getting called to go down this separate road alone, but you're not spiritually alone, right? It might feel like you're physically alone, but you're not spiritually alone. But you're getting called to a mission. What are they getting called to? I think we're gonna go into tarot because a lot of the cards came out. That is so crazy. Antisocial, isolation, and distance. Wow. If we need a confirmation, it's definitely confirmation. But I'm ready to get into tarot already. With the Eight of Cups at the bottom of a deck, you guys are walking away from something to begin your soul aligned purpose. That's what I was getting off the rip, but we just like, to have the cards show it. And the Six of Swords at the bottom of the deck, y'all. I can't make it up. And in my mind's eye, I'm seeing the Chariot. That like it's going to be a lot of forward movement. The more you trust the separation, the more you trust this isolation, you're going to end up exactly where you're supposed to be. Exactly where you're supposed to be. Okay. What else do we have for my collective spirit? What other messages are here? Can you tell me more about this journey that they're going on, this self-discovery journey? Ace of Swords came out. Okay, so there we go. Ace of Swords came out. Can you tell me more, Spirit? It's definitely a new beginning with the Ace of Swords coming out here in the Knight of Wands. Yeah, it's a passion aligned journey. It is something that you've been wanting to do your whole life. You know, it's something that you've been wanting to do since a childhood, and I'm getting that it may not be the exact childhood dream. It may be an elevated version of that dream, right? For instance, if you as a kid you had the dream of wanting to be a teacher, you might have always processed it as a school teacher, but now it may not be an actual school teacher. It may be teaching people how to heal themselves, teaching people how to fix their credit, like some teacher of some sort. You've mastered some lesson, and now it's time for you to spread the knowledge that you've developed throughout the time. And I'm getting that's also why the isolation is so important, because you need to believe in yourself. It doesn't matter what anybody else says if you don't believe that you are worthy of the path that you are going down. Okay. Yeah, the moon. It's wait, I can't show that card, but it's the moon. So it's something that is your subconscious. It is very, very buried in your subconscious, and it's a path that is not visibly seen. Like, you can't see the outcome of the path, and that may be why it's a little scary to actually take that path, but it is definitely a part of your divinely guided journey. Okay. You're going to discover parts of yourself that you didn't even know you realized. Like, I feel like getting that some of you are over preparing or over training. Like, if you feel like you have to keep studying and studying and studying to be ready for this path, but you have to realize you're connected to divine consciousness, you're connected to divine intelligence. So the information that you need to know will show up exactly when you get there. You don't need to know it beforehand. Look, what the High Priestess coming out. Come on. Come on, you are the High Priestess. You are in your High Priestess energy. You have access to the World Wide Web in here. Like, I feel like we've gotten so accustomed to like looking everything up that we forget we have literally divine knowledge, divine intelligence. You may have one of your gifts may be claircognizance. If you don't know what that is, you can definitely look it up, but you may have claircognizance, or you may start to enter a chapter in your life where you'll develop more of a claircognate gift. So we have the Page of Swords that came out upright, and then we had the Page of Pentacles that came out in the reverse. So with these two coming out together, that is absolutely insane. That is absolutely insane that they came out together. With these two coming out together, you're leaving behind a time period that your sole focus was abundance. You are leaving behind that time period because you know abundance is automatically a part of your lifetime. So you no longer have to put that at the forefront to motivate you to move your feet in the world, right? So we have the Page of Swords coming out. Now you're beginning to architect. You are beginning to construct what you actually want your reality to look like. You are no longer letting your bills determine what your reality is going to look like. You are using your divine connection to source to craft the reality that you want to live. That is so beautiful. So beautiful. Anything else here, Spirit? Can you tell me more about this isolation? I feel like with that word, some people may have some anxiety about it. I'm getting like a little bit of worriedness about it. Okay, yes, so we have the Lovers card that came out. Ooh, sorry, my ear just started ringing. So this separation is only temporary. You are going to find the people who are genuinely aligned with your energy. You are going to find your soul-led tribe, your soul-led community, your soul-led friendships, your soul-led companion, if you are looking for that. Like, all of that is coming. You just have to remove what is no longer serving you. And like the fact that we had today come out, like today is so important. And somebody could be having a birthday coming out because she's like lighting she's like her cigarette on the candles, on the birthday candles, and she is all in her bag, all about her. So it's right now you are moving on to good vibes today. Okay, yeah, the Emperor. Yeah, it's all about you right now. It's all about you. So what you gonna do? Yeah, I absolutely love that. I absolutely love that here. And the Eight of Pentacles, yes, you are becoming the architect of your reality. Wow. So if any of you were feeling nervous, scared, sad, afraid about like this separation, it's okay. Those feelings are valid and they are important, but just know that you are not staying in that energy forever, and it's not happening to you. It is happening for you. It is happening for your alignment. You may have said a recent prayer lately, asking for help, asking for guidance, asking for things now. You're ready for things to change now, so that's why it's coming in this way. Okay, all right, we're gonna get an archetype card. I want to see, what archetype are you stepping into? I already earlier picked up on like a teaching vibe, a guiding mentor type of energy, but I just want to get more on it about what energy you're actually stepping into, like just to give you a little insight where this path is leading you. I'm gonna move you step out the way. We have visionary at the bottom of the deck already. Capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others. Y'all got the vision, y'all. Y'all asking for that abundance whole time. It's in here. What archetype are they now going into? And I'm also getting, what archetype are you stepping away from? So we're gonna pull. We're gonna get the energy of both. I knew that the femme fatal, I already knew that was coming out. With this energy coming up, it's time to step into your most magnetic energy where you attract everything that you desire, okay? All right, so first, let's get, what energy are they currently walking away from? What version of themselves are they currently walking away from? That visionary came out, y'all. Like, when I say she said, I am here, this card is for you. Like, I can't make it up. She said, nah, they getting this message today. Okay, it says visionary. All right, so clearly that's the chapter you're going into. Excuse me, I got a little tickle in my throat. So you also may be going into a time period where you're actually learning to exercise your throat chakra, where you're actually learning to speak up for yourself and not only see the visions, actually let the visions play out in real time. You may have been someone who constantly got ideas, constantly got good downloads, constantly wrote them down, but now you're actually taking the time to speak them into reality. I'm getting your voice is very important. You may be doing mirror work or speaking affirmations, or you may need to, so you can fully embody this new version of yourself. And I can't make this up. So we also had the mentor card that came out. I'm gonna figure out this whole lighting thing, y'all. Okay, there we go. We had the mentor card come out. It says passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. Whoever you are, you know exactly what you're talking about, and it's time for you to help spread the wisdom that you have within yourself. Wow. I absolutely love this. It makes me so excited. Okay, and then we had dilettante. I've never heard that word before. Like, I don't have my phone. I would say let's look it up together. Hold on, we're gonna look it up together. Okay, I'm back. All right, let's look this word up. Dilettante. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Sorry, y'all. My phone is doing its own thing. Okay. A person who explores an art, hobby, or field of knowledge superficially for amusement rather than with serious dedication. And then we had the Fool come out. I feel like these are the energies that you are currently walking away from. You are no longer, and don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with exploring hobbies and interests for joy, right? If you enjoy something, but it's literally speaking about doing things in superficial pursuits. So you may have done, I'm getting that you may have been somebody who tried from like bounce from hobby to hobby to hobby because you were too afraid to stick with something, or when something got hard you switched, or you may have gotten bored, or you were just afraid to step into your soul aligned like purpose or something like that is coming up. So you're stepping away from that energy where you are constantly bouncing your energy all over the place, and you're finally locking in and honing on your skills, right? And the Fool card, I mean, the Fool does have positive attributes, right? It can, you know, create light in other people's journeys. If we talk about traditional tarot, it talks about beginning a new journey, but that also goes hand in hand with the dilettante card, because you could have been someone who, as soon as you received hiccups on a journey, you started something new. You would constantly be in the Fool energy. You never evolved to the master energy because you were too afraid of this. You were too afraid to share the knowledge that you have. You didn't believe that you would actually knew what you were talking about, or you were worthy of sharing the things that came up. Wow. So you are moving from this energy into the energy of the visionary and the mentor. You have the vision, you have the ideas. That is half the battle. Now it is just about putting your foot down, doing the work, like staying devoted to yourself. Like you should be your number one priority right now, because even when we have other responsibilities, we cannot pour from an empty cup. Wow. And your mission is so big. I don't think you understand. Like, if you knew the things that you say to people, stick with them. They think about it later. That just, oh, I like your hair, girl, or oh, I think you're so smart, or that was a good idea. Like, that sticks with people. You have no idea. If you understood the magnitude of your energy, if you understood your essence, you wouldn't be second guessing yourself, baby. You be chugging along doing the things, okay? But something you've done recently has shifted you to be ready now, okay? So I hope this resonated, guys. I love you all, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.